can't breathe.
These were Henry Nowak's final moments.
You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? I don't think you have, mate.
Repeatedly pleading with police officers as he lay dying. Instead of treating him, they arrested him.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Put the hand in the cuff, mate. At the moment, you are under arrest. That's for assault, so you do not have to say anything.
His killer, Vikram Digwa, was also at the scene. He told arriving officers that he had been the victim of a racist attack. It was, a court heard, a wicked lie.
Are we able to get an ambulance?
Officers did eventually call the ambulance for Henry, but by then it was too late. Henry had been stabbed multiple times by Digwa as he made his way home after a night out in Southampton. Tonight, the Prime Minister said the police response needs examining.
It's harrowing, and I have to say, as a father of a 17-year-old boy, I felt sick. There are clearly serious questions that need to be addressed, not least how accusations of racism informed the decision-making in this case.
And I will make a statement about the murder of Henry Nowak.
There was also scrutiny in Parliament, with the Home Secretary making a statement to MPs warning against the politicisation of this case.
Let me also be clear about one other thing, a dangerous undercurrent that I have seen in the reaction to this awful crime. A police officer unrelated to this case has been misidentified online and subjected to death threats. He has been forced to relocate to protect himself and his family. Misinformation and inflammatory commentary is making a dreadful situation even worse.
Hampshire police have apologised, and the force is now being investigated by the police watchdog. On Monday, Vikram Digwa was jailed for a minimum of 21 years for Henry's murder, a sentence now being reviewed by the Attorney General. Outside court, Henry's father, Mark, called on the government to treat knife crime as a national emergency.
We do not want his death to be used to create further division, hatred or tension. We want his story to make our streets safer for everyone.
But despite that plea, Henry's case has become the focus of a political row. Speaking to broadcasters this afternoon, Reform UK leader Nigel Farage describing Henry's murder as an example of what he called two-tier Britain.
I feel a sense of cold rage at the way the police treated somebody who was stabbed. They didn't believe him. The last words on earth this man heard were his rights being read out to him, all because of a false accusation of racism.
We're joined now by the leader of the Conservatives.
Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch accused Mr Farage of deepening divisions.
We should not make this about Nigel Farage. This is about Henry Nowak. That case shows that something has gone very horribly wrong with policing. We can't solve it by whipping people up. We can't solve it by making them angry.
An investigation into what happened that night is now underway and is expected to report back within 3 months. For Henry's family, the search for answers is far from over. Sejal, Karia, ITV News.
Well, MPs have been debating the case of Henry Nowak this afternoon, and our political correspondent Carl Dinnen joins us from the Houses of Parliament now. Carl, is anything actually going to change as a result of this?
Well, something is already being reviewed, Mary. I've just heard in the last 5 minutes, in fact, that police chiefs are looking again at one of their high-level policies on how officers deal with matters of race. It's something called the Police Anti-Racism Commitment. It was written in order to try and regain the trust of black communities after years when the police did have a problem with racism. But one part of it has become particularly controversial and was raised by the Conservatives in the debate here today. I'm just going to read you that part. It says, "Our commitment to racial equity means producing equality of policing outcomes for people from different ethnic groups." It goes on, and this is the controversial bit, "It does not mean treating everyone the same or being colourblind, in brackets, racial equality." Now, the Conservatives say to say you're not going to treat everyone the same is morally wrong and dangerous, and it should be withdrawn. And as I say, in the last few minutes, I have learned that the National Police Chiefs Council is reviewing that wording. A source close to the Home Secretary saying that that wording is clumsy. It is right that they're reviewing it to ensure that there is no ambiguity so that everyone is equal in the eyes of the law. There may be other changes as a result, of course, of the police investigation into what went on surrounding Henry Nowak's death, but tonight we have learned that there is already a change being considered to the high-level policy and how police deal with matters of race.